Hello everyone. Today I'll be presenting Exploring Midnight Children's, which was written by Salman Rushdie. This presentation explains how the novel connects Saleem Sinai's personal life with the history of post-colonial India. I will also take you through the plot, key events, and the different setting that shape the story. So let me first give you the overview. Midnight Children mixes political and personal history. The novel follows Salim Sinai, a boy born at midnight on 15 August 1947, exactly when India became independent. His life reflects India's major events such as partition, wars, post-colonial India's instability, political instability, and the emergency in India. So let me come toward the plot structure. So the story begins with the family history of Adam Aziz, Salim's grandfather. Uh, and then it moves toward Salim's birth, his childhood, and the discovery of his powers. And the story ends with the political turmoil that shapes his identity and the symbolic birth and powers. Salim is born at exact moment India gained independence. He this uh, symbolize he is deeply connected with the nation independent. And he thinks he and all children born first hour after midnight are called midnight children, each with the special magical power, and they represent the political and diversity of India. Now we'll move toward the family background. Salim identity begins with the story of his ancestor in Kashmir, and his family background shows India's cultural richness and how heritage influence personal identity. And and Salim journey also illustrates the complexities of cultural India in post-colonial India. And now we'll move toward the birth of Salim's and Midnight Children. Salim, birth is more than a personal event. It symbolizes the birth of a new nation of India. His destiny becomes deeply connected to the India's future. They both connected India and his Salim Sinai. They both connected with each other due to the independence and his birth. So now, Salim childhood and discovery of powers. Salim discovers he has telepathic powers, and he thinks through telepathy he connects with all the midnight childrens. He forms the Midnight Children's Conference, which symbolize unity among India's diverse people. And Salim power also reflect the hope of unity in a divided nation. And now the political turmoil, how political turmoil influences Salim. As India goes through partition, language-based state divisions, wars, and political instability, Salim also experiences confusion and identity crisis. So his personal life journey mirrors India's national journey. Like it mirrors the national journey of India after on independence or after independence. And now Salim's memory loss. At one point, Salim loses his memory fully. He loses his memory fully. Uh, Salman Rushdie used a metaphor for India's struggle with trauma after partition and political conflict. Rebuilding his memory represent India's building its identity, India rebuilding its own identity in the world. Now the emergency and sterilization campaign. So this was far about the from 1947. So during Indira Gandhi emergency, when Indira Gandhi was prime minister in 1975 and 277, the Midnight Children lost his magical powers. Like during Indira Gandhi emergency period, the Midnight Children lost their magical power. This symbolizes the loss of freedom and hope during the authoritarian period, and this shows the dark atmosphere of the era. So now we'll move toward the ending of the novel. So, like in the end, Salim reflects on his life and accept the personal and national histories are intertwined. Like the ending is bitter as well as sweet and emphasizes the understanding our past is very much necessary or very much important for shaping our future. Like, we have to work on our past and present to make a better future. So now we'll move toward the setting and post-colonial India. Like there is a chaos of partition. Post-colonial India is characterized like there is a huge mass migration, communal violence at the time of partition. And Salim symbolic birth, like he was born on midnight on 15 August 1947, symbolize India as a nation, and both are intervening his identity and which represent unity and stability. And the novel is set across different parts of India, each symbolizing something important. Kashmir represents innocence and beauty, Bombay the multicultural and modern life, and Delhi represents political power and the corruption in the political parties and in the politics. So now the early post-independence struggles. So post-independence, India faced like religious tension, migrations, and political instability. Salim family also experienced these struggles directly, which shaped their identity and which shapes the Salim Sinai identity in the new India. And now the wars and national crisis, like events like India Pakistan war uh, and the Bangladesh liberation war which impacted Salim's life. The novel tone the novel tone shifts from hope to despair, reflecting the nation's mood and toward the country. So now the symbolic setting in Midnight Children's are like uh, there are three different settings in the Midnight Children, like Kashmir, Bombay, and Delhi. So Kashmir represent paradise and lost innocence, and the Bombay reflects the show's cultural diversity and urban chaos, and the Delhi represent as a power, politics, and corruption in the country. Each location symbolize a different stage in India's journey. So now the conclusion. At last, I want to say that like Midnight Children is not just a Salim's story. It is a story of India. The novel beautifully blends like magical events and historical events, and they connect with them to the personal life of Salim Sinai and national identities, and how personal life and national identity are connected, India's independence and the Salim Sinai birth, how they are connected. So thank you for watching me. Thank you.